All right, guys, welcome back to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast. I'm your host, Jesse Ewell, and today I got a very special guest, Lauren and Tim. Lauren is a animal chiropractor and chiropractor. They're both in Texas. We got the husband and wife duo crushing it down there. So I want to welcome you guys on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can you give me kind of a brief description, or the audience kind of a brief description of what you do?
Yeah, so I started out as I say human chiropractor, but started out as a chiropractor for people. I've been doing that for the past 17 years. And then about 4 years ago, I graduated from Parker Chiropractic College with my animal certificate, started adjusting animals about 4 years ago.
Awesome. And then Tim's your husband, your right-hand man. What does he do in the business?
Office manager. He was office manager for the practice for 5 years. He currently is literally my soundboard muse. We literally work in this business together to figure out how to maximize it.
Keeps you on track, right?
Oh yeah. Like he's like, hey, chill. Or hey, get on that.
We say life consultant.
Life consultant. He's
There
my
you
life
go.
consultant.
There you go. All right. So let me ask you this. What were you struggling with prior to coming into the Habit-Based Lifestyle program?
The biggest struggle was trying to figure out how to still have a practice, an office with seeing patients, seeing people, and balancing with animals, and trying to figure out how to have life not be so disorganized, so chaotic, not having our money, our prices weren't reviewed in so long. We didn't know if we were even working hard, but not making money for what we were doing. So we were really chaotic. We didn't have any kind of organization. And I really couldn't figure out on my own. And it's not, not many people are willing to share that kind of information.
Yeah, for sure. And so, I know in your practice, you were kind of like letting, your clients come in and pay one at a time, every session at a time. What did that feel like for you operating your business that way?
Pretty much about 50% of our income was, it may be there, it may not be there. We had patients on auto debit wellness plans, but that price had never changed in 3 or 4 years. So we were very sporadic. Like sometimes money is low, sometimes we're hitting this number, sometimes we're a little higher, but there was no guarantee. And so it puts you at a very uneasy feeling to not have a guaranteed system that'll keep funneling in those new patients in both businesses.
Right. And then, what would you say you and Tim maybe were struggling with a little bit prior to getting into habit-based lifestyle?
We were struggling with consistency, really, in our habits from a work standpoint and from a home standpoint. We were kind of on two different pages. I'm a little bit more disciplined. My wife's a little bit more off the cuff. So we needed a system to be able to kind of wrangle us in.
There you go. That's a good word. Wrangle you two in.
Texas, man.
That's right. All right. So like, let's talk a little bit about the changes you guys have made together first, and then we'll roll that in even into the business since you've been in here, and you've only been in for a couple months. So.
Not even, just 7 weeks now.
Yeah.
So, and just as a side note on that, we've been in 7 weeks, but I turned you away 3 times. So, I mean, like, I didn't realize what you did. And so once I really, I was like, no, go away. Like, I thought I had it figured out. I really did. But I'll tell you that we didn't have it figured out. We actually joined with you because there were several points, but the main one was the organization, the habits of health, the habits of a great lifestyle. Like we had that disconnect. And so the biggest difference is, one, we talk out what my days are like. We talk out what we're going to be doing or what we need to do, or, how to work together as a team. Like, hey, are you going to have dinner ready? Because I'm not going to be home till 8:30. Like, there's just really great communication between spiritually, emotionally, being able to talk out business. Whereas before I'm like, I'm the chiropractor over here and he's, so it wasn't like we were connecting on both fronts of spirituality, emotionality. but that's where I feel the most connected, like, is where he knows everything that's going on with me. He knows where I am, and he's like, hey, you need to eat. I've got dinner made, so.
Yeah, I'm really hearing you guys are really connected in the way you guys are communicating right now, which is, it sounds like you're communicating on a whole new level.
And the fact that he, drove up here to the office and we schedule our Zooms, we have our calls, we know what we're doing. We write on the board, like we have a board that we write on, and all my adjustments are written out for the week. So he knows where I'm going, what I'm doing. That before I was just like, see you when I see you. So, there's a lot more connection between the two of us, which you helped us to see that we actually went off and took our first vacation, our third week on HBL. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
And on our vacation, we were like going over the lifestyle, and we were like, wow, like until someone actually has you ask these questions, these hard questions, you don't realize that you're not even connected and you're getting off path. You're not even on the path that you guys originally got married and set out for.
That's awesome. I mean, I love hearing that because, some of the questions are super simple, but like you often don't ask your spouse, like, hey, what do you want? It's like, hey, what do you want? And then when you do, it's like, man, this is so easy. Like, why didn't we do this, before? But it's just taking the time for each other and just being able to, like you say, hey, we spent time together by ourselves and asked ourselves some real questions. And so from that, like that built connection. So that's pretty awesome. Tim, what would you say, man, is the biggest thing that's changed for you in your relationship?
Efficiency. I'm just that guy in the relationship. Efficiency, consistency, and communication. Being on the same page is so crucial to any team situation that you have. So that for us and for me gives me peace, and I feel like it gives us a lot of peace and takes that chaotic kind of turmoil out of our lives, because you get enough of that in the outside world. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, for sure.
We can have that at home. We can have that in business. Let's do it. Let's rock.
That's awesome.
And Jesse, I feel like we were surviving. And I know there's a lot of people that are listening to this right now that you feel like you're just on survival mode, like get up, repeat kind of thing. And what we just started doing, like he gets up and reads the Bible in the morning for an hour. And then when I get up, because I get up later, we sit and talk about what he learned, what we was reading in the Bible. And just the fact that I told him, he said, can I help you? Can I make you this meal for lunch? Would that help? I mean, just the consciousness of actually making sure that I'm eating and that I'm even being accountable. He's like, I know you love helping animals. I know you love helping people, but if I'm spent, what can I offer the people? If I'm not filling up my cup.
Yeah, that's so good. That's awesome. I love hearing this. I could listen to you guys all day talk about this stuff, but let's talk about, that's been a huge impact on, your life and your lifestyle, but what's been the big impact on your business from a financial standpoint?
So I love numbers. I love tracking numbers. So I went back and looked at what we were doing before. Now, the biggest thing I would say is that I had chaos when it came to collecting money. I would collect money with my animal business and whatever the client would say. I have Zelle, I have Venmo, I have Cash App, like lots of platforms of money, and the accountant was so mad at me. She wanted me to get it on one platform. So I got my Wells Fargo has a little app, Clover device that you get in. All my money is now all the money that from the two businesses is now funneling into the business. So I was able to actually have a big picture and take a look. Prior to joining HBL, the animal business was making, and you want me to say numbers or?
Yeah, you can say numbers.
Okay. So the animal business was making about $1,800 a month. After joining HBL and taking a look at a 4-week total, we are now at $4,200 a month. So that doubled the animal business, where I haven't been able to get off the ground with that much. In 4 years of doing this, I've just been steady, just, the same numbers. The human business, the people practice was never raised the prices in 3 years. Only collecting half of our office was pay per visit. We have now officially stopped every pay per visit patient and taken them to the the wellness plans, or taken them to pay in full, which we actually raised our price from $70 a visit to $80 a visit. We took our current plan members up by $20. So that was $10 more a visit. Looking at the total picture, our weekly collections are usually around $8,000, never more than 8, usually between 6 and 8 for the people practice. This past week, we did $12,088 in 1 week.
So you're raising your kind of weekly by about 4 to 5K,
yes.
Which over a month, you're looking at somewhere between 12 to 16,000.
The money that I paid you the first payment with is already been replenished back into the account.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. You guys are crushing it.
I mean, we have our payroll and our rent paid for the next 3 weeks. Like, we don't have to worry. I'm actually taking 2 trips every 2 weekends in a row to train on how to adjust cows and how to adjust horses. So, I mean, I couldn't even take a break, really. I mean, we didn't have a vacation in 3 years, but now we're sitting here talking about, where we want to go, or, we don't have to worry as much. Now, I know that that's every week is just going up and up. And in all candidness, there's a lot of time where I'm grinding and I'm working, but I'm not really able to plug 100% into your system, like to go through phase 1. But I'm going to tell you, Nick says, you get going and you don't realize like what you have and haven't done, but the system works, whether you 100% do it, because, done, it's not a big deal to not do every single, for me, it wasn't, I'm trying to do every single step, but if I'm not, I'm not, getting too upset about it, because the program.
The cool thing is you're taking action, which action is going to get you more results than anything else. And so I think, what's good is you're taking action, and that's why you're seeing the changes that you're seeing.
Yes. The program HBL works because it's like my compass. Like, I keep going back and going back. Like, it's not like I'm a chiropractor. We're not sitting in a corner. What do we do? It's like we have ability to ask questions and plug in. And I just love that there's not a lot of pressure. Like, if I don't do it perfect, because I try to be a perfectionist, but the truth is I'm not. So I just try to do the best I can to take action with you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So let me ask you this. What has been an unexpected result for each of you guys, since you've gotten in here? Like, kind of knowing what you were getting into and then seeing where you're at now. What's been an unexpected result?
I can go first. I can make it easy. The unexpected result for me, because I'm not really a social media person, was that we've been with many consulting companies. Really, you can go through the rungs as far as doing that if you're in business long enough. So when you first approached us, with the Facebook phase of it, I wasn't all in. I was like, yeah, this, you'll talk to people and whatnot, and you'll get some more friends, and that'll be pretty much it. But sitting on the outside and seeing her, dealing with Facebook and hearing the stories, and seeing the people that she's getting in contact with is amazing. And that's the biggest thing for me that I've seen as far as efficiency, as far as that's concerned, is it's crazy. And the traction that you can get with that is amazing. So yeah, that's the biggest thing that I've seen.
Awesome.
The most surprising thing is I didn't realize that HBL was going to get me organized. I didn't realize that I was chaotic. My appointments weren't even stored right. We were trying to figure out, you schedule them, I schedule them. Oh, I talked to them. Oh, you missed. I just took over the appointments, put a reminder in my phone, and the organization that I've felt with revamping my Facebook, the pot of gold, the organization of how to contact people, find leads. I mean, geez, 4 years I've been doing this and just spinning like a gerbil on a wheel. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I just met all these people. And so my biggest surprise is how organized I became in order to get those leads.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's habit-based lifestyle. Come on now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's awesome. And like you said, we've been with, several other consultants and business company, the consultants, but nothing like this. Like nothing where it was like, you're in the trenches with me. Like Nick's in the trenches with me. Like you guys are, you put your money where your mouth is, but you actually are in the trenches. And I don't feel like I'm just floating. We're floating over here by ourselves. Like, good luck, small business owners.
Yeah, you're not over there just saying, hey, sis, boom, ba, great. Just go do that. Be your best self. you know, it's actionable things that you are giving us to do that make this the proof's just in the pudding.
Yeah, I love that. All right, so what would you tell someone who may be on the fence, you know, or you turned me away 3 times, I kept coming back, so what would you tell someone who's turning me down?
Okay, look, Jesse has already messaged you. Like, I'm gonna talk to them. Jesse's already messaged you like 3 times. Man, this guy won't go away. Like, why won't he go away? He's like, can I show you how to make 20, 40 new patients a month? And can I show you a system that works? Okay, look, he's not full of it. Like, the thing is that my curiosity got piqued when he didn't back down. And the reason why he didn't back down is because he knows it works. He's not giving up on people. He's been in the business and knows what it feels like to not know exactly what directions. He's vetted it, But my biggest thing I would tell someone is, I know that you're worried about the small money that's in your account now, because my biggest thing was, I don't want this money to come out of my account. But that's a mindset of a very small person. It's like the little analogy where Jesus has a big old bear behind his back, and Jesus is asking the girl to give the small bear, and he's got a bigger one behind the back. You don't know the rewards that are going to come unless you make that first step.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Well, hey, the cool thing is you guys have implemented about 10% of what we actually do.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is you've actually taken action on about 100% of that 10%. And so that's why you're really seeing the results. So I can't wait to see like what happens over the next, over the next 4 to 6 weeks, just with what you guys are doing right now. Is there anything else you want to add? Just about anything?
Well, the biggest thing is trying to figure out what you want. I would say that he and I are like, we have a goal. Like, our goal is that we want to do, $10,000 a month in animal business. We want to do $50,000 a month in the human business. I want an associate. We want freedom. We want to travel. We want to make a ranch of our own. We didn't see that before. So the biggest thing is be true to what the intention that you want with your partner, but for yourself, but in your marriage. And that is going to set the new compass of where you're working towards. And you're not going to be on survival anymore. You're going to be on thrival.
That's awesome. All right. I love that. You guys are doing amazing. Keep it up, because, you guys are really doing like the work, and you're seeing the benefit of it. So just want to tell you guys how proud of you guys I am, and super excited to see what you guys continue to do.
Thank you so much, Jesse. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, guys, that's it for today. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, Jesse at habitbasedlifestyle.com. If you're watching the replay, #replay,